Misty, I know you were channeling your inner hatred of clowns at me because it rolled out of my cart and fell to the floor and broke. So this is the very first item we're going to be looking at for this haul. I picked this up for $3.99. It's a vintage vase, really tall vase. It's got really nice geometric patterns on it. It's kind of like a drip glaze with the white and then it's black. There's no markings on it to say who made it. Sorry guys, I have to hold my camera because this is a rather larger piece. But I think this would look really nice maybe for Halloween, or I don't know, you could use it for any time of the year really, because it's a really nice piece of pottery. Yes, I did find a Puda Schnuda. This is from October 23rd, 1972. It's one of those hobbyist pieces. Normally I try to steer clear of them because most of those kinds of arts and crafts from the 70s, at least for me, don't sell, at least on eBay. So I think this cute little girl here is going to be waged at a live sale. I did pay $2.99 for her. So this next item is not something that I picked up while thrifting. I got this when we went to one of the two antique malls that Scott and I visited. This is a 1961 Hull Pheasant planter. I only paid $5 for it, so this came from a booth that was very reasonably priced. I think because of the name of it, I will probably end up waging it. And it's got really nice colors on it. I mean, look at that. The bright, vivacious colors of the pheasant along with the floral-shaped box. And there is the hallmark. I believe that that number means 1961, if I'm not mistaken. Do correct me if I'm wrong. So this is a really, really neat looking piece of glass, and I was very curious about it because I just liked the look of it. It's iridescent and it's yellow. I can't remember what Jocelyn said this was called, and she just shared it in one of her videos. I think it's stipple glass. Then again, I could be wrong because I usually am. But I just thought it was really neat. And if it is worth some money, it'll probably be listed on eBay. It was only $1. I couldn't say no to that. I mean, could you resist that for $1? Because I sure couldn't. Okay. You gotta be careful. Now this piece was $1.99. Ooh, it's one of those old school lidded canisters. It does have some boo-boos, like it's got a crack right here, and I think there might be a crack. Oh no, that might just be the tape. There's crazing and like one small crack right there. I would date this to probably the 40s or the 50s. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but it's overall really nice. Again, paid $1.99. I'm gonna check both the lid and the canister itself and just make sure that there's not any real significant cracks, because there is one right here. But now that I feel it, it might be in the glaze because it's not, like I can't feel it. You know what I mean? I'm running out of space here. Sorry guys, I had to shuffle some stuff around here. Because we had a lot of stuff from this haul. This is everything that I got when I went and stayed out in Denver, Pennsylvania. Bought these for Tarnished Treasures. I know she likes the flashcards for her kids and for crafts and assemblage. So for $1, these were made in 1964 by Kenworthy Instruction Materials, Educational Services. And I do not see a zip code, but it says 1964 on it. Usually when you see a date of circa 1964, they were usually made in the previous year. At least that's what I found. So that might be why there's not a zip code on here. So maybe it was made in the 63, but not released till 64. I could be wrong though, again. Now these are very, very common. I've seen these at antique stores, and I just thought it was time for me to pick one up. It's one of those candle votives, or like it had a candle in it at one point, but it looks like this one was cleaned out really well. It was 99 cents, and I really like the sticker on the bottom. The Hobgoblin Light. a Will Bomber candle, and it was 79 cents. Don't know what era this is from, but I definitely think it is very, very cool. Bought this sheet set. It's a twin flat sheet. It was $2.99, made by Burlington. It's a one twin flat sheet. I don't know if it's from Burlington Coat Factory. I highly doubt it is. Burlington Domestics in New York. Based on the image on the back here, I would say this is probably late 70s into the 1980s, because that to me looks very arts and craftsy era, especially with that bedspread, which is hideous, in my opinion. So we've got two more things that we're going to look at before we jump into the smaller goods. I absolutely love this Circus Hall of Fame plate from Sarasota, Florida. Misty, I know you were channeling your inner hatred of clowns at me because it rolled out of my cart and fell to the floor and broke. Well, chipped it. Now, I did decide to buy it anyway because I do like that image of the clown. And I know most people would probably just be like, don't buy it, but I did because I would hang this on the wall, and I would for sure enjoy it. Sorry to anybody who doesn't like clowns, but I gotta give a close-up of it because it is so cool. Now, it does have a marking on the back. Made here in the United States, it's ironstone. And that was some pretty thick ironstone because this is, I mean, feeling where it broke, that's some pretty thick material there. Okay, and the last item before we jump into the smaller goods that I would like to share with you all. I found a Stars and Bars by Indiana Glass fairy lamp, clear. It was $1.99, no cracks, no chips. I would never bought one of these if it had a significant chunk missing out of it. Now, I feel like this one will probably do better at a live sale, the clear ones, that is, because you can use these all year round. Like amber could be for fall, red could be for fall or Christmas time. Spring would be green and summer could be blue. But clear you could use all year round. Like you could put this out with a bunch of greenery and flowers and things like that for spring. Summertime you could put a bunch of like nautical themed items out and put a candle in there. Fall time you could put leaves and all kinds of other stuff out. Winter time you could put this with winter stuff. Like there's so many possibilities with clear glass because it's a very neutral color. Is that the right word I'm thinking of? Like clear goes with anything. Am I wrong? So I hope you guys liked all of the smaller stuff or the bigger stuff. So now let's go ahead and check out the smaller items. So I hope you all enjoyed looking at all of the larger items that I picked up. So now we're going to be looking at some of the smaller items that I went ahead and bought for resale and for myself. So I've sold this before in the past. This is from the 90s. It's a Noma Patio Umbrella Lights Strand. Paid $2.99 for it. The last one that I sold that was brand new was worth about, or I sold it for about 17 bucks. So I thought that that was a very good pickup. For $3.99, I found a set of handkerchiefs. Very nice embroidered patterns on those. So I was definitely going to pick that up despite the box being in rough shape. I picked this up for me because I've never seen it before, and it's older. I would say maybe like the early 90s, late 80s. It's an Avon Skin So Soft candle. Never seen that before, but I said for 99 cents, I'm going to pick it up because I have a candle obsession, and it smells just like Skin So Soft. It smells incredible. That's probably like the only Avon scent that I will ever like is the Skin So Soft, because it not only does it get rid of or keep mosquitoes away, it smells good, at least in my opinion. Now this little girl here was 47 cents. And she is older. I don't know exactly how old, unless it says on here. Oh, it's got a date on it. I don't know if it's focused, and I apologize because I'm looking at the item rather than the camera. It's got a year on it. It says MCML XX. I will go ahead and put that right here, the date, because it's not coming to me at the moment. So I will look her up and see who she is, and if she's anything special, she'll be up on eBay. So this is a really cool baby planter. You all know I don't plan on having any children in the future, but I'm very attracted to the vintage baby planters for some reason. This looks like Mother Goose, or just some goose that's pulling a carriage. Based on the look of it, I would say this is probably an Arco or maybe Napco ware, because usually they have the foil sticker on them. It wouldn't be Relpo, because Relpo usually has their signature stamped, or like the signature R stamped into the piece. And I'm just noticing now that there's a little chippy on the goose's foot, but I mean, if it's standing upright, you wouldn't be able to tell. So this came from a Goodwill that was out, I think it was in Lebanon, that area. It has a Goodwill outlet attached to it. I don't know if this is truly vintage, because this plastic stuff has been made for years. But it looks like it was a lantern at some point. Like maybe I can't talk. There might have been a little battery-operated light bulb piece that goes on the bottom here. Here's what the handles look like. Let's see if that'll focus for you all. So they're plastic. I mean, even if this is from the 60s, I'm happy with it. I did pay 19 cents for it because Goodwill outlet weighs by the pound. There isn't a mark on it to say who made it. And again, this plastic stuff has been made for years and years, so it could be a newer piece, or it could be a vintage piece. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen these before. So this was $1.99. It's a birthday angel, but it's not for a specific birthday month. It's just for, it just says happy birthday on it. I have seen these with musical inserts in them, like a wind-up musical figurine. I've never seen this one before, and it is in phenomenal condition. There's no cracks or chips or repairs or anything like that on here. So I haven't decided whether or not I'm keeping this or if I'm going to either be selling it or giving it away to somebody. Not sure yet. But I do know that this originally was probably a music box, and the music box either broke or they just removed it over time. I have a few pieces of this lady snowman here, and this is a Napco piece. It's a bell. It's very faintly on the back there. This is probably from the 1960s, and I know that these usually came in a pair. I know the salt and pepper shakers do. Lady Snowman and the male snowman. Snow Woman, I should be saying. Snow Woman and Snowman. So I had to pick that up for 99 cents. Now, you know how sometimes Goodwill, not to say that they don't take care of their stuff or their donations. I mean, some stores don't, from what I've seen on YouTube. But I was amazed that this didn't have any significant damage to it. I don't know what kind of fish it is, but I just thought this would look great hanging in a bathroom, or it would look just great in my nautical-themed room. Now, I mean, as you can see, it's got some damage, because vintage wouldn't be vintage if it didn't have some kind of damage to it. On the back, it just says, Yellow Tuna with a C3268/SE. Paid $2.99. More than likely, this was a Japan piece, I would assume. But it's really cool. Now, this was $1.99. It says, The Kitchen Prayer. Within my kitchen, Lord, my guests all love to come. They like the singing kettle and bright geranium. And as I do the dishes, I know thine eye can see the many little lowly tasks I do as unto thee. May the fragrance of thy love bless all who come inside. I know thy tender, watchful care will all our need provide. And it's got really, really nice graphics on it. So this will probably end up in a live sale. Paid $1.99. On the back it says, made in the United States, copyright 1957, Designed Products Inc. in Chicago, Illinois. So this was probably a trivet or a wall hanging, but I knew that the images on here would definitely help it sell. I think I remember Tarnished Treasures finding one of these a while back. It's a Hull teapot and it's got the aluminum lid on it. Now I did pay up for that one at $6.99, but I do think that that was a very good price. I will be polishing up the aluminum itself. Oh, and the lid is plastic. I didn't know that just until now. So, I don't know if that can be adjusted and fixed, but oh well. Vintage isn't vintage if it doesn't have some kind of quirky flaw to it too, am I wrong? But the teapot itself is in great shape, no cracks or chips. These don't hold a lot of value to them, but they are very cool for displays if you like that sort of thing, and I think I will be keeping this for myself, for my future kitchen. This guy, I'm having a hard time figuring out how old he is. There's no marking on him to say who he was made by or if he's vintage. He was 99 cents, I believe. But look at that face. That definitely has some kind of age to it, right? I just don't know how old. He might end up in a future sale. I don't know yet. This is really cool. This is an awesome piece of mid-century. It's a spaghetti drinking glass. It's probably a juice tumbler or like a swanky swig. I don't see a maker's mark on it, even underneath the Goodwill tag. But that blue sold me immediately. I absolutely love that. Now this was 99 cents. It looks like a choir angel, and she is playing what looks to be the clarinet. Now this, to me, has Odagiri vibes. I don't see a marking underneath even the Goodwill tag indicating that it is Odagiri, but that's what I'm getting from it. What do you all think? I mean, I'm definitely, just judging by that glaze and the color, I think that's definitely Odagiri. But I could be wrong because I'm not an expert in that field. Found this paperweight, and I don't know how old it is, but I do like that look of it. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of an Epergne. Don't you think? Just because of those flowers? It definitely looks like those Epergnes by Fenton. I don't think that there's a mark on here. And I know that sometimes, according to Jocelyn, that these can be Murano. It's got a frosted bottom, or at least I think. So anyway, I paid 99 cents for that. Let me go ahead and I will turn this off real quick, and then I will see if I can get this sticker off so we can take a look at the bottom. So that's what the bottom looks like. It's cloudy. I just cleaned it off, and I think it made it look better. Again, I really do think that that looks like an Epergne with the way those flowers are pressed into that piece. It does have this little indent right here, which I don't know if it was a manufacturer flaw or what it was. But yeah, I definitely thought that that was worth picking up for 99 cents. I really liked these guys, and I'm sure they're probably very common, but they are very fun. They priced them individually, so I paid about $1.98 for the set. It's these Native American salt and pepper shakers. I just thought that they were super, super fun. I love the bright colors of their attire. And yeah, I mean, what do you think? Whoa, I'm sure you guys are thinking, don't drop them. And you're absolutely right. So these were not bought at a thrift store. They were bought at one of the antique malls that Scott and I visited. And overall, I would have to say the prices at these antique malls were really, really like hoity-toity for where they were located. Lots of like junky booths at this one place. And, you know, at every mall, there's always a booth that has really good prices on their stuff. That's just the nature of it. Like any antique store you go into, there's always a booth that has either a great sale or has really great prices on their stuff, and they move their merchandise. So I found this lot of Halloween stuff, and it's as is, so I paid $5 for it. We've got a honeycomb pumpkin, and then we've got this guy here. It's a Scarecrow, and he should be attached to the, I guess that's like a hay stack or something like that. So, I mean, he's in rough shape. I mean, as you can see, his limb is broken off, so I'm going to have to tape that. But yeah, I mean, I saw one at Emmitsburg Antique Mall. Again, this is really, really late. This is probably about a month in advance that I'm filming this, or a month later than I should be filming this, but it was intact and everything, and it was $16, and I was happy paying $2.50. So I may sell the pumpkin, depending on the condition of it, at a live sale and see if anybody wants it. I mean, as you can see, it's not in the greatest shape, but I know that people do like to display the older die cuts with all of their vintage stuff. So to pay $5 for that little stack of vintage Halloween as is, I thought that that was a fair price. Okay. This was really, really cool. I think this might be just like yard decor or something, but that blue snail and the color was just really screaming my name. And I love that color, and that would fit in perfectly with beachy. I mean, you could stick an air plant in it if you wanted to. Of course, it's dirty as can be, but hey, for 99 cents, I think that was well worth it. This was probably something I shouldn't have bought. It was only 99 cents. For whatever reason, something told me that this was Mary Gregory, and it's not. It's painted on there, so this is probably from the 1970s after doing my research. So, unfortunately, I will probably end up redonating that, because I don't think a single tumbler is worth anything by itself. But that's okay, you win some, you lose some, and that 99 cents educated me. Found this little guy here for $2. He's just a little fisherman boy. He's got his little dog. It's for the month of August. No markings on him to say who he was made by. I would assume maybe Lefton or like maybe Napco or an Arco, possibly. He has his fishing pole, so that's a good thing. I'll probably be looking him up just to see if he's worth anything on eBay, and if he's not, he'll go to a live sale. Now, these were, I guess you could say, an exceptional find for what they are. They're candlestick holders. They're little votives, like, or not votives, they're for tapered candles, because as you can see, there's the holder. They do have some damage. Their wings were not repaired very well at all, so I'll probably be taking some crazy glue to them. They were $1 each. So this one's, the wings are completely off of it. And I didn't realize until I got these unwrapped just a couple days ago that they're missing something right here. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. However, I was pleasantly surprised to see that these were Holt Howard, Japan. And they're bisque, if I didn't say that already. So I paid $2 for the two of them, and they're Holt Howard. I have not found any Holt Howard in a long time, so I thought that that was a really good pickup despite their flaws. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping them or if I'm going to be selling them at a live sale. Maybe I'll wage them, because overall, despite their broken pieces right here and their wings being broken off, which I'll fix, of course, I think they might do pretty well. Now this was a really nice pickup too, I think. It's a signed Fenton ginger jar, cobalt blue, and it has a really nice etched butterfly on it. Now, I brought it up to the cashier at this one thrift store, and he looked at the price, and he's like, $10, we're not charging you that. So I got it 60% off that, so I only paid $4 for it. It is signed on the bottom with the artist's name and has the Fenton stamp on it. So this is probably the 1970s. I still think that that butterfly is very, very nicely done, so I think this may fetch some pretty good money on eBay. Picked this up for Chapter 2 Vintage Co. Of course, I'm going to clean it up before I send it to her. It's a souvenir plate for Florida. And it's got a sailfish, some sailboats, there's a flamingo, there is a, what the heck does that say? A tarpon, and got the gator, so as you can see, this thing is pretty darn filthy, so I'll probably take a silver wipe to it and clean it real well. It was only 99 cents, and made in Japan, so I'm sure she will love that. I've got stuff that I've been meaning to send to her, and I just keep forgetting about it. And I feel bad because usually when I say I have something for someone, I usually like to get it to them ASAP so that way they can have it. But stuff just happens. I feel bad about that. Okay, and my last item for this haul, which I'm actually really, really shocked that I found. I found a piece of jadeite. It's a restaurant-ware mug. Paid $1 for it. It's made by Fire King. Yep, it says Oven Fire King glass. Now, I did buy this on my way up to see Scott when we met in the Denver, Pennsylvania area. And he told me that this is a hot chocolate mug. So that would definitely help the value. I think I'm going to keep this, though, because I don't need bowls and... well, I would like the jadeite swirl bowls, but... we'll see what happens. But I was really, really happy to see this for 99 cents. As we looked it up, and it's worth about $43. And I only paid $1. So if I really ever have to sell it, I know I've got a piece of jadeite that's worth money, but I was really, really shocked. And I think I found this on my second round at this particular Goodwill. So I was really happy with that. And, I mean, hello, jadeite is a really awesome color. So, that is everything that I would like to share with you all. I hope you enjoyed it. And let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite item or favorite items that I picked up? So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when new videos are posted. All of the links to my social media accounts via Instagram are down below as well, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, guys!